guys, I found my new not favorite packing material. It's newspaper. Yeah. It's your girl, Jessica, with Better Creek Model Horses, and I am coming to you literally the day before I'm supposed to upload stuff, just because it's been a whirlwind. Guess what? Got some new glasses. So excited I can actually see better. You guys can actually see my eyeballs this time. Oh, I couldn't even, those last pair of glasses that I had, just, no, it was time. Anywho. I have got kind of, not really like a full schedule, but kind of something along the line. I mean, it's not going to be an hour long, hopefully, but it's not going to be short either. It's not going to be like 15 minutes long or anything like that. We've got just a little bit of news. It's mostly Oklahoma stuff instead of just straight on, all over like, Breyer stuff. It's more so like updating you guys on, how the drawing, a little bit of Breyer news. I'll update you guys on, who the winner was for the drawing, like I said. And then mailbag, because we've got some stuff that came in. And then we'll go into Indian Nations Live is coming up. So we'll go into a little bit of that. I'm starting to prep for that. It's not as hardcore yet, just because I have, Oklahoma Youth Expo coming up, and that's going to kind of take most of my time. But after that, it's going to be full bore into the abyss kind of thing from there, after I get done. So, after I get done with the Oklahoma Youth Expo. So, that being said, that's kind of our schedule. And then I'm going to conclude with the customer, you guys, subscriber and follower interactions, both with the drawing and with the last YouTube video. So at the beginning of the video, I kind of started out with, like, hey, here's all this newspaper filling. Well, that was because it's a package that I have yet to open, because I was waiting for you guys in this video. It had not come in. So I wanted to say it came in like directly the day that I uploaded the Valentine's video. But we're going to start off our mailbag with, I already have a name for him, but it is a model from Canada. So I'm super excited. I was actually like looking at the newspaper clippings to see if I could see like, if their newspaper is different than ours, and if it says, something different than what ours normally say and whatnot. Ooh, he's wrapped in muslin. Heck yeah. That's like number one for me. Like, he has to be. They have to be custom models. He's custom. They have to be wrapped in muslin for me, because if not, I'm gonna cry. Because normally they stick together. Like the bubble wrap will stick to the finish if it's not done right. So, anywho, I'm just praying that yeah. Without further ado, y'all meet BCMH Edgelord. He is a custom Peter Stone. Unfortunately, I think in transit, since he got a little bit of a chipped ear, so I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. But yeah, here's BCMH Edgelord. God bless, that's his name. So he's got a little bit of epoxy, whatever, going on here, but I think he's gorgeous. I think he's real pretty. I'm kind of disappointed about that ear, but I guess I'll have to figure something out about that one. So here's Edgelord. That's his name. You guys want some more details of him. So here's his eyes. And minus his messed up ear, but he was customized to have like flattened ears, because to look like he's mad. But here's his, and then here's that. He's got some awesome hooves. Love his hooves. But yeah, and they are carved at the bottom too. Well, that was kind of neat. So cool deal. So the most recent, which I had ordered it immediately, or I'd ordered him immediately after the video came out the last time. But you guys remember us talking about remember me talking about Maddox coming out, and I thought it was kind of different because he was so early compared to, or like it was the one that had been on the banner the entire time, and I was just surprised that they released him because Heath was released a little later than Maddox was this year. So I just thought that was interesting. Somebody did point out in the comments that that's normal, but I just don't remember Heath coming out like the first thing. I remember him being a much later release, but it could be nuts. So we've got Maddox and we got Mercutio, and I'm going to open, I should have opened Maddox first just to see, because I have seen a lot of fellow collectors that have reported that with broken legs, broken tails. So I'm hoping that's not the case. We'll open him up and we'll see. Okay, so everything seems to be in order. So he seems like he's in one piece so far. I haven't taken his little thing off of him. Okay, yeah, he's good. Whew, I about had a mini heart attack. So here's Maddox in all of his plasticky glory. So we're gonna go, I'll get all of this plastic off of him. But he is supposed to be an Acolteque. He's on the Adamek mold, so I want to say that they're trying to market him as an Acolteque, which I do have a name for him, and I do have a breed assignment for him already. He is, I will show him as an Acolteque, but here he is. He is gorgeous. I'm super excited. I'm going to keep this guy. I did have Adamek for a bit, but I'm going to keep this guy just because I love this mold so much. He's just a shelf hog, obviously. Super thin guy, too. But what's cool is he's got the 75th anniversary symbol on his belly. And I told y'all in the past, I am a dapple gray nut. Love, love, love. They didn't give him tricolored eyes, which I'm kind of disappointed in, but it's all right. I don't think that do they do that? Do they normally? I think they do. I do that. Some of them have tricolored eyes. But it looks like, but no, I'm a sucker for a dapple gray. I think he's absolutely gorgeous. I believe he may have like a slight ear tip rub, but really he's in good condition compared to what I've seen from others. I'm just trying to make sure, that he is good. But yeah, he's gorgeous, and I'm super excited. I have seen some darker versions of this, but yeah, he's a gorgeous guy, so I'm super happy that I got him. But he did post in the comments that the reason he was so expensive is because he was long, like a big guy, and I completely understand that, because he is very long, and shipping costs and finding a box for him, you know, packed correctly, you know, at Breyer, that's kind of I understand completely now kind of why he was more expensive. Okay, so all of the stablemate releases this year, I am absolutely I'm super excited about, especially Mercutio, which is one that we got, and then the Pegasus, and the I want to say the loping quarter horses that the quarter horse that comes in like 5 different colorways. I'm blown away just by this selection. I think my least favorite is probably actually going to be the Arabian. Unpopular opinion. I'm sorry, guys. Just because I love the Arabian, but there's so many others to choose from. But we got actually the kind of the first Stablemate Club release on this mold. But the mini Othello mold, I don't know, it's kind of really hard because of my light, but here's Mercutio. I already have a breed assignment for him and a name, so I'm super excited. I really hope it works. I'm not telling you guys because I don't know if it'll work yet, but he is, I'm going to take him out of his box so you guys don't have to, not like take him out, but, oh yeah, I completely forgot I've got 2 other horses I can show. I forgot to put them in there, but look at him. I'm super excited. He's absolutely gorgeous. Super glossy. Gotta love the gloss. Really, really pretty. He's got the Breyer stamp on the bottom, which I thought that was kind of cool. I don't remember seeing that, but he's kind of that, like a sooty buckskin. And he's got the one little white foot, which I did see. So I did see on Facebook somebody was asking kind of what breed that they would put for him. And somebody said, well, oh, a Shire would work. And somebody kind of poo-pooed that down just because of the fact that Shires mostly have 4 white feet. So that kind of kicked him out of the conjuncture, the race or whatever for Shires for me. So I did go with something different. I hope it works out. And if not, I have a backup. You know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, that's Mercutio. That's one of the ones that I'm super excited to get. We'll have to wait until I want to say April because I think it's every other month that they come out with the Stablemate Club releases. So I want to say April, but don't quote me. You never know. So, but also I'm super excited to see what they're going to have for the next Collectors Club releases because this guy, I mean, this is the reason I joined again. And he's here already. So, you know, what else do we got coming? And then, yeah, Edgelord, he needs some work. He's got the ear thing going on. So I'm very, very disappointed. But if I can figure it out, because I don't know if I'm going to have the time or the money to send him off to a professional. So I'll just have to figure it out myself. So yay. There's the mailbag for this video. For this episode. So y'all have fun. We'll let's move on to our next order of business. So there's not a whole lot of news as far as anything new for Breyerfest, you know, like regarding models and all that stuff. But there has been some updates about the guest horses that are coming this year. And I'm not going to go into them in depth. We might actually cover that more in another video. But I'll just kind of go through them a little bit and kind of talk to you guys about what the ones that, and you can find all of this on the Breyerfest blog too. But give me a second. I don't know why that's on that. So the and because I just want to save some time for the like my Indian Nations live prep video that I've been trying to go through and show you guys. It's not really prep, it's more so me going through my collection and talking about each one of the horses, and that might not work out. I don't know. If it doesn't work out, it'll go into the next video. But anyway, so with that being said, the first guest that they're going to have is they're going to have the Chincoteague Pony Drill Team, with I think including Misty 3, which is a great granddaughter of the actual Misty. They're also going to have Rain, which is a Pryor Mountain Mustang. She is a daughter of Cloud, if you guys know who Cloud is. That is the Cloud Foundation. He's like the super popular stud that was in the Pryor Mountain BLM, I think. So, and then the next one is Paddington's Mark of Distinction. He was he wasn't a celebration horse, I don't think. He was actually a limited edition horse. Let me see. 2014 Silver Jubilee. He was a guest horse, and I want to say he was one of the limited editions, but yeah. So there's him and his owner, and then Danash. I think it's is it Danish or Danash? Danny, pretty much is what they call her. But Danny's coming, and she was the 2021 celebration horse. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, she is an Appaloosa Frisian Cross, and just absolutely beautiful. If you guys have not seen her model, she was done on the oh gosh, yeah, the one that Lionel came on there. That's what I was trying to. I'm okay, guys, I promise. And then they also kind of went into some ticket stuff, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. And then Hark is coming. HD Harkness. You guys remember HD Harkness was on the Morgan mold, the new one. I want to say 2023. Driving Forward. Yes. Driving Forward, one of the limited edition models. Hark is coming. And then Buckeye will be there. If you guys remember Buckeye, Buckeye was done. It was a Buckeye is a mule. Actually, he was with Alan last year, I believe. I want to say him and Alan were together. But yeah, so Buckeye is actually on his own mold. Let's see, not available, blah, blah, blah. So unfortunately, and also some of these, they mentioned that the models are not going to be available at Breyerfest. Like, they're not going to have them for sale in the Breyer store, but you can find them probably secondhand. And now that they've announced this, there'll probably be more of them secondhand. So Buckeye is there. Then Repeat the Beat will be there. Repeat the Beat is 2017. The first appearance was 2017. They call her, let's see, hold on. Yeah, they call him Pete. But he was made into, I don't know if he was a celebration horse or not. Not a celebration horse, but a limited edition. I want to say he is a Tennessee Walker. Kind of a really pretty, like, blue roan color, reddish roan, bluish roan. And then I'm trying to figure out where he was at. I want to say he was a limited edition, but anywho, so there's that one. Like I said, I'm trying not to spend too much time on here. So, and then the next one is going to be Diablo DC, which Diablo is a Lusitano, a competitive Lusitano. I want to say he was just like a regular run horse. I don't think he's ever been to Breyerfest before. Of course, they're like, oh, hey, he's not available either. And then the next one is Novelisto D. Novelisto is a Lusitano gelding, returning to Breyerfest. Let's see. The same family that owns Diablo owns this one. But he attended the Silver Jubilee in 2014. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm not sure. Trying to look. Oh, he was in a Paramount commercial with Tim McGraw. Thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, Novelisto will be there. It as far as Breyer news that I could find that was regarding Breyerfest. Obviously, Maddox he came out. There'd been a lot of issues with brakes and whatnot. And then, Mercutio came out. There has been no announcement as far as the next anything, releases and whatnot. And that's okay. There were a lot of shipping problems, again, with Breyer. There was a mass of, they said it somewhere in here. There was an issue with, let me see. I thought that they had put that on there. There was a big issue, obviously, of some people getting the wrong thing again. Here we go. Shipping updates for 2025. There was a software issue that caused the delay in shipments, as well as missing tracking information on orders that have already shipped. Please accept our apology. So pretty much a lot of people were losing the tracking information. There weren't any updates on shipping. Some things were just showing up, which that's happened to me before. But some things were just showing up on the doorstep and without, anybody knowing where or how and, anything. Pretty much all I've got as far as Breyer information regarding Breyerfest, just anything in general. That's pretty much all I've got, guys. So the next order of business I'm going to talk about is just discussing Indian Nations Live, the prep for that live show in May. So Indian Nations Live takes place in May, May 17th. It is the only live model horse show in Oklahoma that that I know of, but I'm pretty sure it is the only one. There used to be a bunch of them, but they're kind of hard to keep up. So that is the only live model horse show that I go to in Oklahoma. Now, I wish I could go to some others, but I'm super busy. So it kind of takes me a little bit to prep for that show. And I like to be able to talk to you guys about it just because it's fun. And I had never been really super serious about getting a live show prepped before I started just dabbling hardcore into the model horse world. So now, I absolutely just love learning about the breeds, figuring out names. You name it. I love it. I like to start off my prep with making sure I have all of my horses listed and named and tagged. So it's kind of a process. I have gone over this before in a video, but I have started kind of working on the show like the class lists for me, and going over what I've done as far as what I'm needing to do. And I'm just kind of going through the names of the horses, the ones that have been tagged and have not been tagged. And then I highlight those that have not been tagged, so I know when I go back that I've got to tag them, especially the newer horses like Mercutio or Edgelord over here. I've got to make sure that they, they get a tag, they get a little tag, that the little dangle tag things. And then eventually I'll work up to doing the index cards and getting those done. But tagging for sure is like the main thing, because I don't want to lose my horse, especially when there's just like a giant quarter horse class and they all look the same. So that's like my main thing. But the main focus right now is just making sure I have everybody listed. I'll miss one. And I'm trying to kind of cut back too, since I'm taking a different direction in my collection. I'm trying to cut back as far as how many I take, because it's less I have to pack. If I can fit them all in a pony pouch, I'll be super happy. In the videos that you saw, I did kind of go through and kind of get like cull some as far as, getting ready to putting them out there for sale. I may take some, I may not, as far as sale horses. I tried to have multiple tables at this one, but it's kind of one of those things, I never really know what I'm going to have 100% until I'm like right there and I'm like, oh crap, yeah. So anywho, that's pretty much it though for INL prep, is pretty much right, just getting that list kind of finalized. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to dive more into it after Oklahoma Youth Expo is done, just because I want to make sure that I focus on that first before I do anything else. Now that the INL prep stuff is out of the way, we'll go more into detail after March. But I'm going to do something a little different that I kind of thought about, because I want to talk to you guys more. I want to interact with you guys more, and I want to hear from you guys more. So along with the interactions and reading comments and stuff like that, I kind of want to pose a question and have you guys answer it the next video. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So the first comment on the 14th video, the last video, I talked mainly in that video about, switching my collection to a different direction as far as, just regular run Breyers versus special runs, and getting more Peter Stones and like factory custom Peter Stones and more artist resins and everything like that. I'm kind of starting to dabble in micro minis because I just think they're absolutely cute. I never thought I would, but here I am. So there's that. And Body Breyer Rescue, which is one of my fellow showmen, she goes and talks about how we did have a lot of mail. So she comments on an impressive mail haul. She says, I don't know much about Stone, but I do like their Arabian customs. I'm really excited for the Premier Club models this year because we talked a little bit about that. A lot of people seem to like them more than the last 3 or 4 years, so I hope next year is just as good. I can understand what you mean about focusing on what you really like. With Midwest and INL coming up and all the sorting, I've thought about focusing more on what I'm actually enjoying and not just on what is available for purchase. And that's kind of what I'm doing as far as taking my collection to a different direction. Yes, are those factory customs available to purchase? Yes. But I've also kind of dabbled more into time payments as well. Body Rescue then goes and talks about it can be really hard to change direction when you've collected for a while because lots of models pile up and become more sentimental in value than anything. I think showing actually helps a collector figure out what they really want from their collection, and she lets me know to, yes, she just says, have a good Valentine's Day. Thank you for the comment. That is, it means a lot that I have that interaction too. But she does make a good point because there are some models that I have collected that I don't want to get rid of because, my mom got them for me, or like my mom and dad got them for me when I was younger. Like I have a childhood collection, then I have this adult collection. And there's some horses that I have not gotten rid of because in my adult collection, I had worked hard to get that money and buy that horse. So, there's some that I'm not really super close with, but there's also a couple of them that, the person I bought them from is no longer alive, stuff like that. So, I do have one horse that she is no longer alive, and the person I bought them from, and then their daughter means a lot to me just because they're a good friend of mine. So, yeah, stuff like that. I'm not going to get rid of him. He's staying forever. The next comment is OTTB.studios. They say, nice models. The new Aquateque is more expensive because his price includes shipping costs. And then they mentioned that the model is released on the banner, is always the first release of the club. Now, this is the comment that I was kind of confused about just because I did think that Heath got released later, the last, when he came out, I think in 2024. So I guess it kind of confused me because I wasn't sure, I didn't know. But they do make a good point on his price though, because I mentioned that earlier with him being so big and so long, it's going to be a little bit more expensive to ship this guy just because he is a shelf hog. Even though he is thin, he is long. I mean, he's about as long as most of me. So like my upper, like an upper third. So, but thank you for the comment because that does make a lot of sense. And I'm still not sure about the horse on the banner being the first release, but okay. They probably know more about it than I do because this is only my second. Next couple of comments come from the Facebook page because I made a post regarding the drawing about everybody's favorite, like, tag a person and then everybody's favorite mold. And a couple of people commented and they were put into the drawing. Adrienne goes, my favorite mold is stablemate size is probably Django. and she said that's my biggest conga at the moment. And then Meg Schroeder comes in, or Meg comes in. Let me know if I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry, Meg. She says my daughter's favorite mold is E-Spirit. So E-Spirit, however you say it. You guys know who I'm talking about. But then I had another couple of comments. Let me find them right quick. And then Susan comes in and says her favorite type of mold is stock type model horses. Some of the molds that she has are Bobby Joe, Strapless, Roxy, Geronimo, and Dundee. So now comes the most exciting part about the kind of the interaction and everything, is the question that I want to ask you guys, just, you know, to get some more voices in the comments, if you will. So my question for you guys is, what model, and this is going to be kind of a fun one just because I didn't think about it until just now, really. But what model would you guys like to see if you are a collector club member? I should say, if you're a collector club member, or just let me know, period. What model would you, or yeah, what mold would you like to see in the next collector club release? Leave it down in the comments and let me know. So just a kind of little bit of a recap for our drawing. Miss Adrienne won a little stablemate. He is a custom stablemate Clydesdale, and he has actually been shown before, so I'm going to have to find all of his ribbons and whatnot. But I did reach out to her, and I'm just going to deliver him to Breyer Midwest. But it was a success, guys, and I'm so happy. Link to the video is going to be in the description, and it's on the Facebook page if you guys have not seen it yet. But I think what is going to happen, this is kind of important, is we're probably going to skip March because there's OIE and Breyer Midwest. I will cover Breyer Midwest in the next video, though, which will be in April. So I'm not going to do one in March just because there's too much going on and I won't have time. So, and because the next couple of, you know, Fridays that I'm off, will be busy, super busy. So, with that being said, I'll kind of pick up where we left off and kind of cover Breyer Midwest and everything like that, in April. So I think that's it for my video, guys. We'll talk about more. I had to sneeze and cut it off right then. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. We'll, we'll recoup and, reconvene in April. And then that way there's not a whole lot of going on. I mean, it's just going to be spring. And of course there's going to be, you know, we're going to have bobwhite quail babies and all that stuff. But, you know, we'll talk about that later. But anywho, guys, don't forget the question. What mold would you want in the next Collector Club release? If you're a part of the Collector Club, and even if you're not, just let me know what you think and what you would like to see. And we will probably do another drawing in April as well. So be thinking about that. And I'll post more about it on the Facebook page and whatnot. But yeah, thank you guys. And I hope that you guys had a good time. And thank you guys for all the love. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok and on Facebook. Follow me on TikTok and Facebook. And don't forget to type away in the comments. Let me know. Answer questions, whatnot. Let me just know some stuff. I mean, I love reading you guys' stuff. So, thank you guys. Bye.